Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to Week 14 of college football, the last weekend of the college football regular season rivalry week. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great Thanksgiving weekend. Hope you're having a great Thanksgiving and Black Friday. But having said, guys, let's get into today's video. So, guys, we'll start with some Black Friday games and move up to our Saturday games. So, having said, guys, let's get into today's video. So, guys, we'll start the first Friday game at 9 p.m. on Fox. 25-ranked Arizona went on the road to take on number 20th-ranked Arizona State. This game, I did pick Arizona to win this game. And, guys, it was a little weird at first because, guys, Arizona State almost shut out Arizona in the first half. It was 7-3 at halftime. But then Arizona turned it on the second half to win 23-7. Good win for Arizona. To the playoffs, this game doesn't matter too much. Or the Big 12 Championship, this game doesn't matter at all. Arizona, though, nice win that closed up the year strong at 9-3. Moving on to our next game at noon Eastern on ESPN. 13th-ranked Utah went on the road to take on Kansas, and they win 31-21. Guys, Kansas really could have won this game, guys. Kansas had really two bad interceptions, two bad turnovers. Just bad turnovers with Kansas. But Utah, they're like a wild card team. I mean, since, guys, the Big 12 Championship game was just scheduled, it's going to be Texas Tech and BYU playing. So Utah can't get in as the Big 12 champ, but they might be able to get in as a wild card spot. We'll just see what happens to Utah, but a nice win. They pretty much win just the pick six. Utah got that pick six. Utah does get a nice win on the road against, I think, an up and down Kansas team. Good win for Utah. The Egg Bowl, 7th-ranked Ole Miss takes down Mississippi State 38-19. We don't know if Lane Kiffin's leaving Ole Miss yet. There's reports of him already announcing he's going to LSU. It's a very tough decision. I thought we would know by today if Lane Kiffin was going to go to LSU, but there's no full announcement there yet. But Ole Miss does get this win 38-19 on the road against Mississippi State. Ole Miss controlled most of this game. And Mississippi State, they had a little life in them early on, but Ole Miss in the second half, they blew them out, let's be honest. They win that one 38-19. And at 3:30, Georgia wins 16-9 against Georgia Tech. Georgia in this game, they really didn't play great. Their defense played very good. But Georgia, honestly, they really didn't play great, but they just did enough to win the game. That's really what it came down to. I mean, Georgia, they played very good defense. Their offense wasn't anything special. They just did enough to win the game. You got to respect Georgia. They will be in Atlanta next week and taking on Alabama in the SEC Championship game. We'll talk more about that later, though. The next game we'll talk about, 3rd-ranked Texas A&M loses to 16th-ranked Texas on the road, 27-17. I think A&M was frauds, but I thought they lose by 10 points on the road. Really good win for Texas. Really, guys, in the first half, it was a very sloppy game. Both teams didn't really play great. The second half, though, Texas looked great. Archman looked very good the second half, and Texas does get a nice 10-point win at home against Texas A&M. There's now an argument about Texas making the college football playoff. It's very tough with Texas because they're going to make an argument saying about the Ohio State game. I mean, Texas, the Florida loss is very bad. That's a very bad loss on the road at Florida. I mean, Florida did beat Florida State today. But still, that Florida loss is still very bad, even with being on the road. But nice win for Texas here. They're arguing for the Ohio State game, which is very interesting. I don't know. They lost by 7 points on the road at Ohio State. I mean, it's an interesting argument for Texas. I'm really confused. I'm kind of back and forth if Texas really should be in the playoffs or not. It's a really good win It's a really good win for them against Texas A&M. Good win for Texas though. Playoffs, I don't know about playoffs though. It's a very interesting argument. I could see someone's argument. They say Texas should be in the playoffs because, guys, Texas has a decent resume. They have wins against Vanderbilt. They have wins against Vanderbilt. They have wins against. I mean, they got blown out to Georgia. Texas. Actually, who was Texas really beaten? That's a good question. I don't know. But Texas, I don't know about the playoffs for them. We'll see. They beat Vanderbilt by 3 points. That game was kind of a blowout, not going to lie. I know, guys, you guys back. Vanderbilt was in that game a little bit, but Texas blew that for the most part. Anyway, guys, I'm going to start rambling about Texas. Let's get to our next game. The last game we'll talk about here on Black Friday, second-ranked Indiana goes on the road and destroys Purdue 56-3. No one's shocked there. Indiana dominates. They destroy Purdue, and they will be in the Big Ten Championship game next week against Ohio State. Good win for Indiana there. Anyway, moving on to our Saturday games, Tulane shuts out Charlotte. They win 27-0. Tulane didn't do anything crazy in this game. They just got the win against Charlotte. It's a good win for Tulane as an American school. They get a nice win at home against a very bad Charlotte. Charlotte's very bad. They're 1-11. Tulane will be in the American Championship game against North Texas this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. So good win for Tulane. Winner of the American Championship game between Tulane and North Texas goes to the college football playoff as the Group of 5 representative. Tulane, though, nice win at home against a bad Charlotte team. Next game, Virginia beats Virginia Tech 27-7. Virginia, nice win for the Cavaliers. They will be in the ACC Championship game next week playing against Duke. We'll get to more about the Duke thing in a minute. But nice win for Virginia and at home against a very bad Virginia Tech team. Good win for Virginia. They win 27-7 in that one. They controlled most of the game. Very low-scoring game. Virginia didn't do too much, but they got the plays they needed to, and they get the win. USC, 17th-ranked USC, beats UCLA 29-10, guys. Crazy game here, guys. UCLA was like, in the first quarter, guys, UCLA was up big against USC. But in the second half, USC dominates. They win 29-10. UCLA will finish the year 3-9. USC will finish the year 9-3. Good win for USC, but a little scary early on. But they will be 9-3. Next game, 14th-ranked Vanderbilt goes on the road, takes down 19th-ranked Tennessee 45-24. D. Pavia, he should definitely be in the Heisman race. That's a great performance. He played awesome today against Tennessee. Great performance against Tennessee. Awesome performance. 45-24. They get a nice win on the road in Neyland Stadium. Gotta give it to Vanderbilt. They get the nice win there on the road. Next game, Miami wins 38-7. Also, Vanderbilt definitely should be in the playoffs after that performance. They definitely should. They just went on the road, beat, I think, a good Tennessee team. I think Vandy definitely should be in the playoffs. Anyway, moving on to our next game. Miami beats Pitt 38-7 on the road. Good win for Miami. They are not making the ACC championship, which is very interesting because of the tiebreaker stuff. Miami beats Pitt, though. They control most of this game. They dominate Pitt. I think a decent Pitt team. Pitt's nothing special, though. They're kind of fraudulent. Good win for Miami, though, on the road. They win 38-7. Maybe they could get in as a wild card spot. I mean, it's really Michigan's done after the loss to Ohio State. But the wild card spots is really Miami, Texas, and Utah. Those are the three bubble teams, really. Miami, Texas, and Utah. Those are definitely the bubble teams there. So Miami, nice win on the road against Pitt. Moving on to our next game, BYU wins 41-21 against UCF. 11th-ranked BYU wins. This game, I was a little concerned for BYU at the beginning. They were down 14-0 at home. I was like, is UCF going to do it unthinkable and beat BYU? Didn't happen. BYU, after they were down 14-0, they destroyed UCF. Good win for BYU. They win 41-21 against a bad, not a good UCF team. Good win for BYU, though. They will be in the Big 12 championship game next week against Texas Tech. Anyway, moving on to the next game. Alabama, this one just got done finishing up. Alabama goes on the road and takes down Auburn 27-20. Very good win for Alabama. I will give credit to Auburn's defense. Auburn's defense kept Alabama in the game, guys. Because, guys, it was 17-0, but then Auburn got a couple stops on defense. They got a couple field goals. Then to open the second half, they got a touchdown. And then it was Alabama got a field goal, Alabama, and then Auburn scored a touchdown, 20-20. Alabama goes for it on fourth down. They get the touchdown, and then they get a stop on defense. Actually, Auburn fumbled the ball. Auburn got the ball back, and then they threw it up. Didn't happen. Alabama, they're just, I guess, too much. It's a nice win for Alabama. They will be playing Georgia next week in the SEC championship game. Good win for Alabama. Auburn, heartbreaking loss at home against your rivals. They will be missing out on a bowl game this year at 5-7. They end the regular season 5-7. And we move on to our next game. Oklahoma takes down LSU 17-13. Guys, not a great Oklahoma. But this win does lock up a playoff spot, but not really a great performance against a very bad LSU team. LSU's not a very good team. It's a nice win. LSU, they were up 10-3, and then I believe they got a field goal. Oklahoma got another touchdown. They get a game-winning touchdown to win. Good win for Oklahoma, but not a great performance against a bad LSU team. A win is a win, though. They will be in the college football playoff, likely hosting a game. Moving on to our next game, Oregon. They win 26-14 on the road against Washington, and the Ducks, they get a nice win. Oregon's defense looked really good in this game. They looked pretty good. I know they gave up a couple big plays, but the defense was pretty good, especially early on in the game. Oregon, they controlled most of this game. They got the plays they needed to win, and they won 26-14. They officially clinched a playoff spot, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on to the next game. My opinion, guys, the most impressive performance by the day. Texas Tech goes on the road. I know West Virginia's not a great team. They go on the road, shut them out. They win 45-0. Great win for Texas Tech. And West Virginia's been playing actually a little better, so good performance against a motivated ending West Virginia team. Good win to win 49-0 on the road. Texas Tech, even if Texas Tech loses to BYU next week in the Big 12 title game, they're likely still going to be in the playoffs. So, good win for Texas Tech to end the regular season 11-1. They will be in Dallas next week to play BYU. Anyway, moving on to our next game. Ohio State snaps the losing streak against Michigan and wins 27-9. Great game for Ohio State. They controlled most of it. Ohio State, they got big plays when they needed to. Michigan, they just couldn't do anything. It's really bad for Michigan, man. They get shut out in the second half. Ohio State, they dominate. I mean, Michigan, they scored 3 points, and then they got the interception. Maybe Michigan's going to beat Ohio State again. But then Ohio State, they just turn it on. Great win for Ohio State. They will be playing Indiana next week in the Big Ten championship game. They finished the regular season undefeated at 12-0. They'll be playing Indiana next week in the Big Ten championship game. Moving on to our next team, California upsets 21-ranked SMU. Cal sends Duke to the ACC championship game since Duke did beat Wake Forest today. So it's going to be Virginia and Duke in the ACC championship game. A 5-loss team has a chance maybe to go to the college football playoff. That's crazy if you ask me. Duke and Virginia in the ACC title game battling out. But guys, California, I mean, SMU tried to make a late comeback, but Cal, they controlled most of this game. This game was all Cal. I think Cal dominated most of this game. What a great win for California, if you ask me. Great win for the Bears as their interim coach gets a win. After firing their coach, they get a win against the 21-ranked best team in the country, spoiling their season and their first winning record since 2019. So good win for Cal. And in the game going on right now, Notre Dame's going to blow out Stanford. It's 21-0. Notre Dame, as long as they hand on, they're currently up 21-0 in the second quarter. Actually, let me refresh this page, show up, folks. But Notre Dame, they're going to blow out Stanford very easily. Not much concern there. Actually, no, the score's now 28-3 Notre Dame. So Notre Dame currently up 28-3 in the second quarter at the time I'm filming this. The game's probably over when you're going to see this. But Notre Dame up 28-3. Notre Dame, they're going to destroy Stanford. I mean, let's be honest, Stanford's terrible. I know Stanford beat Cal last week, but let's be honest, Stanford's not a very good football team. So Notre Dame assuming they beat Stanford, they will likely also clutch a spot in the playoffs at 10-2. Notre Dame is a very good football team, and I do think Notre Dame is better than Miami, guys. I know Miami beat Notre Dame in week 1, but honestly, I think Notre Dame's looked so much better than Miami ever since they played all the way back in week 1. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the Week 14 college football recap. Conference championship games are next week. It's going to be Alabama, Georgia, SEC championship game. Texas Tech, BYU, Big 12 championship game. American's going to be Tulane and North Texas. What else is going to happen in conference championship weekend? And I believe JMU is going to play. I believe JMU is going to play Troy, I think, in the Sun Belt championship game. Guys, also, before I end out the video, I want to list up another crazy scenario for you. What if Duke beats Virginia, because Duke has 5 losses, they're likely not going to be ranked, and then JMU gets ranked, they win the Sun Belt championship game. It's the 5 highest ranked conference champions, not the 5 Power 4 champions. It's the 5 highest ranked conference champions. So what if JMU beats Duke? What if that happens? It's a very interesting question, my friend. Very interesting question. Anyway, guys, hope you're having a great night. Have a good day. Peace out. Happy Saturday night. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanksgiving weekend. Remember you did. What's your favorite Thanksgiving feast? Let me know in the comment section below. More videos out soon. Thanks for watching. Peace out.